We are going to start the first recording of Artcurious. So this is the raw copy to my friends. Not to sell it. You can't buy it. Now we are going to make niches because in Artcurious we also cook if you want. So this is the flour that you're going to use. Of course, you can do it gluten-free or whatever you want. Oil, we are going to use later, not now. We are going to use fried onions here. We are going to use potatoes. Here the potatoes. We are going to do a mash, but without oil, without adding butter, anything. We are only do the mash with the potato, salt, and after when it will be everything done. We're going to put the onions. Of course, not enough salt. That's what happened to us, even though we tried to add salt, and we did add salt. And anyway, it wasn't enough. So, yeah. Now we are going to do the dough. So I didn't remember the name of the dough. But I didn't remember the name of the flour, so I insist to say flour. But I needed to make it again, so now you have some words that not in order. So now I hardly know how many I put. I didn't measure it. But it wasn't, maybe I put 500 gram, let's say. I don't know. You do how to do dough. This is only some salt and water. That's it. So we are going to do the dough. If you don't have that window to add water if it's needed, you can stop the mixer open and put some more water. The thing is to make a playable dough. The flour will be together and wet, of course. So I think we finished. Yes. So we are going to get it off. To put some flour so it will be easy to knead. Now, between me and my son off camera, because he is my director and my helper today, and he really helps. So we are going to need the dough. Then we are going to stretch it. We need to be transparent. This is not what I achieved in this video, but better if you could do it. You can use also the pasta machine, because anyway we are going to do stripes after we stretch it, so it's the same. You will see in a minute. This kind of dough, you can put it on the fridge 10-15 minutes before you use it, but you also, as I did, can use it right away. Here is me trying to get the dough thing. But I don't know if she ate when I wasn't there, but it wasn't seen at the end. Now I realize it was a little too much, so I took something like half of the dough. This dough I finally put in the fridge for tomorrow to do something. But you could, even in the freezer, you can put it and use later. Okay. Here you can do it by hand or with a brush. Anyway, you put some oil over the dough. Now we are going to put, now you can do a row, an only row, or you can do separate mini mountains, one beside the other with a little space. That was my alarm, but it's okay. I told you there is a row, row. Here I put it together. And now with the hand I'm going to separate. In the mountains I told earlier that you could do or mountains like this, separate, or everything together and then separate it. like that. Now you're going to close it. How? Like a candy, you squeeze some dough and here to one direction and another, then press and other time. Squeeze it as a candy wrap, and then you put this part up and down. Okay, now we are going to put it to bake. So we are going to put some parchment paper with some little bit of oil, or anyway, by hand or with the brush. It's the same. You choose. Then you continue with the same till this is full. And then you put in the oven 375, 10 minutes. I made some in the air fryer, the same time, the same temperature. Any of them, it was good. Here, another, the word is called. Why? Because I was saying that you can eat it cold. And I didn't remember that word. You can eat it warm or from the fridge, because I didn't remember the word cold. Anyway, you can have it any way you want. You can do it with potato, like the knish and onion, but you can do it with leftovers, with anything you want. Cream cheese and parmesan and a little spinach or anything you want. We used to do it for when you went out for the day or many hours. So we knew we were going to be at noon out of house, and maybe on the train or walking. And this is so practical. You put them in the bag. You have one, put in the mouth full. You don't need to walk with this in the hand. Right to your mouth. Now that I think it's like little candies, but salty ones, as I love. We used to do that for holidays. My mother used to do it. Not for Pesach, because in Pesach we don't eat flour. or flour products. Yeast is what